Obinna thought the worst was behind him. He thought peace had finally entered his home. But peace is a quiet liar. Because on a night when the moon hid behind clouds and even the crickets held their breath,
Look, over
Mama
there.
Nkem suddenly screamed in her sleep.
It is still here.
The kind of scream that makes even angels freeze. Obinna! Obinna! They have come! Her voice shook the entire house. And that night, the drums of the ancestors went silent. Please give us a thumbs, subscribe to our channel, and turn on your notifications button to get our next interesting story. The security guard, Pa Sunday, swore he saw a woman standing at the gate around 2 a.m. A woman with a long wrapper touching the floor, hair covering her face and feet that did not touch the ground. But when he blinked, she disappeared. He thought it was his eyes, until he checked the CCTV. The camera caught the wrapper, floating. Mama woke screaming that same night. Who was the woman? No one had an answer. The next morning, Mama Nkem called Obinna into her room. Look, she whispered. On her pillow was a thin, black, tightly twisted thread. A thread used only for one thing in old tradition, calling someone's spirit before their time. Somebody wants this house to cry again, Mama said. Obinna felt ice crawl up his spine. That evening, Somadina told his father, Daddy, someone visits us at night. Obinna turned sharply. Who? Auntie Amma. Obinna's heart stopped. She stands at our door, the boy continued innocently. She doesn't talk, she only watches. Kenechukwu nodded. She smells like smoke. But Amara was nowhere near them. So who, or what, were the boys seeing? Amara's aunt arrived unexpectedly. She looked shaken. My son, she began, wringing her hands. Something is wrong with Amara. Obinna stiffened. What happened? She has not spoken for 2 days. She sits in one place. Her eyes are not normal. She keeps whispering a name. What name? The aunt swallowed hard. Mama Nkem. When the housekeeper fetched water from the backyard tap, she screamed. The water coming out was dark red, thick, smelling faintly of iron. Mama Nkem spat 3 times on the ground. This is no ordinary matter. Someone is tying this house spiritually. A folded paper appeared under Obinna's bedroom door. Nobody admitted placing it there. It read, If I cannot have the house, nobody will. Watch them. Watch them closely. No name. But the handwriting looked like Amara's. Mama Nkem called Obinna and locked her door. There is something you must know, she said. In my youth, there was a woman who swore our lineage would pay for a mistake. Obinna frowned. What mistake? She was your father's first love. The one his family rejected. What was her name? Mama's lips tightened. Her name was Agwoma. The same name Pa Sunday saw in Amara's diary before she left. After Amara was taken for counseling, her belongings were packed. Inside one bag was a diary. Nkechi the cook made the mistake of opening it. The first page read, Agwoma, I hear you. I will finish what you started. Nkechi fainted on the spot. Obinna pieced the clues. The black thread, the floating woman, the red water, the diary, the boys seeing Auntie Amma, Mama's hidden past. What connected all of this? Only one thing made sense. Amara was not acting alone. Something ancient had entered the house through her. During breakfast, Mama suddenly gripped her chest and fell. Her skin turned cold. Her eyes rolled back. The boys screamed. Obinna carried her to the car, but as they reached the gate, Mama gasped, Don't take me out. The thing waiting outside is not human. Pa Sunday later reported that, at the exact time Mama collapsed, a woman-shaped shadow stood on the road. But the road was completely sunlit. How can a shadow appear where there is no shade? Only one answer. It wasn't a shadow. It was a visitor. Obinna received a call. Sir, your wife collapsed at the shelter. What do you mean collapsed? She was screaming your mother's name and saying, Give me the children. Obinna's blood went cold. At the hospital, Amara was strapped to the bed. Her eyes were not her own. And when she spoke, her voice was deep, old, nothing like her. Obinna, your father promised me this house. Obinna staggered back. It wasn't Amara speaking. It was Agwoma, the vengeful spirit. While Obinna was at the hospital, the boys vanished from the mansion. No one saw them leave. No one heard them scream. Only a single message was left on their shared tablet. Follow the water. The entire neighborhood joined the search. The police arrived. Sniffer dogs came. They followed a scent. Straight to the backyard tap where the water had turned red. Mama insisted on speaking privately. Obinna, she whispered, trembling, your father made a vow long ago. What vow? Mama wiped tears. He promised Agwoma that if he ever married another woman, she would still belong to this family. What does that mean? It means she claimed your lineage. Obinna felt the world tilt. A spiritual elder came and walked around the house. He suddenly stopped near a wall in the boys' room. There is a door here, sealed with shame. Obinna touched the wall. It vibrated faintly. When they broke it open, they found a small hidden room. Inside, a woman's dress, old, faded, and covered in ashes. Mama whispered, that is Agwoma's wedding dress. A taxi driver came running to the house. I saw your boys, he gasped. They were walking down 3rd Mainland Bridge, holding a woman's hand. What woman? I couldn't see her face. Pa Sunday fainted. Obinna rushed to the bridge. He found only the boys' slippers placed neatly on the concrete barrier. So Medina's slippers faced the water. Keen's pointed toward the sky. Mama whispered, this is a message. At the exact moment Obinna saw the slippers, Amara sat up in the hospital bed. The spirit inside her left. Her eyes cleared, and she whispered, Obinna, she has them. Agwoma has the boys. Amara told the truth. The spirit came to me long before your mother's incident. She whispered promises, power, attention. She said she needed your house to open an old door. What door? Obinna asked. Amara shivered. The door between the living and the forgotten. Mama suddenly remembered something from her youth, a prophecy. The blood of the house will stand at the edge of water. Only the one who broke the vow can free them. Obinna frowned. Who is the one who broke the vow? Mama looked at him with heavy eyes. You. Obinna returned to the bridge at night. The water churned. Fog rolled over the railings. A woman's silhouette appeared on the water's surface, holding the boys by their shoulders. Agwoma. Her voice echoed. Your father broke his vow. Now you will pay the price. My sons did nothing, he shouted. They are your legacy. That is enough, the voice boomed. Amara appeared behind Obinna. I opened the door, she whispered. Let me close it. She stepped toward the edge. The water responded. Agwoma snarled, You are mine! Mama arrived, leaning on her staff. She lifted a calabash, ancient and cracked. This house will not drown again, she cried. She smashed it on the ground. Wind roared, light exploded. A scream ripped through the bridge. Agwoma's grip loosened. Obinna lunged forward and grabbed his sons. Agwoma shrieked as if burning. Her figure dissolved into the water. The bridge fell silent. The boys sobbed into Obinna's chest. When they returned home, Mama told the final truth. Your father's vow was never real. Agwoma created it. She was obsessed, not promised. Obinna felt weak with relief and sorrow. All this suffering, all this fear, because of a love twisted into madness. The house that learned to breathe again. Peace did not return immediately, but slowly. The water ran clear. The nights grew calm. The boys laughed again. Amara rebuilt her life far away. And Obinna? He finally understood the lesson. Sometimes the past does not die. It waits, until someone is strong enough to bury it properly. He stood outside one sunset, holding his son's hands, watching Mama sip her tea. The house breathed again. Safe, alive, and wiser. Obina sat on the bed beside his mother. She was quiet. She held her wrapper tightly like she was scared. "Mama, what really happened?" he asked softly. At first, Mama shook her head. She didn't want to talk. But little Somadina spoke. His small voice was shaking. "Daddy, Auntie Amara poured water on us. She said we are dirty. She said Mama is useless. She made Mama wash plates 2 times. She made us kneel outside." Keen nodded fast. "She shouted at us every day. Daddy." Obina's heart hurt. It felt like someone was squeezing it. He looked at Mama again. Her eyes were wet. "My son," she whispered. "I didn't want to spoil your home. But this woman, she is not who you think. She beats the children. She insults me. She locks food away. We suffered." Obina stood up slowly. His hands were shaking. He walked to the living room where Amara was sitting, acting like nothing happened. "Why?" he asked. Just one word, but his voice was strong. Amara looked angry now. Not sorry, not scared. "I am tired of your mother," she said. "And your boys are stubborn. I am the wife here. They must listen to me." Obina closed his eyes. This was not a mistake. This was who she really was. He opened the door and pointed outside. "Leave my house." Amara's eyes opened wide. "What? You want to chase me out because of them?" "Leave now," he said again. His voice was calm, but very serious. Amara grabbed her bag and shouted as she walked out, "You will regret this." But Obina did not answer. He went back to his family, his boys and his mother, the people who truly loved him. He knelt in front of them and said, "I am sorry. I left you with someone who hurt you. It will never happen again." Mama touched his head gently. The boys hugged him tight. And for the first time in many weeks, the house felt safe again. Moral of the story: the past can destroy the future when not confronted. Unresolved wounds, secrets, and old grudges can haunt generations until someone is strong enough to end them. Family safety should always come before reputation or appearances. Obina learned that protecting his children and mother mattered more than pretending everything was normal. Let make it interacting in the comments section. Let know what you learned in this story. If you loved this story, please like the video. Subscribe to our channel for more gripping African drama stories. Turn on the notification bell so you won't miss our next episode. Share this video to support the channel and help our community grow. Thank you, and God bless you for watching and supporting us always.